in
Right,
Kisumu, and
right.
the discussion is we have agreed to fast track some of those cases and see, we give ourselves a time frame that we must review and see what has happened.
Right, and it's a good thing you actually did that, because some of these people, it's kind of hard to get them on such a show like this one. So you did well in getting them, and of course the Kenya Editors Guild as well. Madam Akello, trauma counseling, because Isaiah there is saying that he did not have that, you know. Does CJAC, is it CJAC?
Yes,
yeah, CJAC help its journalists in terms of this? Like, do you provide any form of counseling for your journalists?
CJAC on its own does not provide the counseling, but we do partner with other organizations to, you know, like International Justice Mission, who help in counseling journalists. And it's not just journalists who report on crime or who are members of the Crime Journalists Association of Kenya. It's journalists from everywhere. And I'm actually surprised when Mr. Bwire here says that, you know, there are media houses that provide trauma counseling for their journalists. Because every time we get journalists for that, we do it quarterly. None of them has ever gone for any sort of counseling. None of them. They tell us, you know, we resort to alcohol or other forms of, you know, letting off. But I think media houses can start small, and they can start there, you know, just by providing mental wellness for their journalists.
Right.
Because that is the basic that you just need as a, you know, as a journalist going in the field. You just know that there's support. You can go back and you know that you will get help.
Right. And you've reminded of me something. It actually skipped my mind. Kevin, please let's have this. The tweet, the snapshot there. I had totally forgotten it, okay? My colleague, Sadiq Shaban, you can see it's on your screen there. On that day, November the 2nd, he did write that MCK must adopt inclusivity and unity. Locking out international journalists who equally bear the brunt of impunity from this event is divisive and counterproductive. What do you have to say for yourself?
You know, working for a public institution, I was also told that you will never satisfy everybody. And sometimes...
But there was no international journalist there, not even one.
Where wasn't he?
On that panel.
You know, how much does he relate? You know, some of these things are not as easy. And it's so easy for you. What did you go through to get us here in this panel? It's not that you just wake up and got us here. You take time to organize such an event and ask her. I mean, we write. Some of these things is interest. And we write to people to interest them. People know that every 2nd of November is International Day for Impunity. People know 3rd of May is World Press Freedom Day.
Yes.
They must also show interest in some of these. You don't just wait for people to come and bring them into panels.
All right.
They must show interest.
Okay, Sadiq, there you go. 30 seconds each, please. Closing remarks. Akello, I'll start with you. 30 seconds.
When we're having this conversation, let us have a solution-based, you know, discussion. Let us also think about what are we going to do going forward. It's also very good that we're having this discussion, because journalists really, we do not cover issues that affect journalists as much. So if we can give more, you know, coverage for issues that actually affect journalists, and give them, you know, extensively, cover it extensively, and also offer solutions.
Right.
That will be my closing.
We're completely out of time. 30 seconds, sir, please.
No, it's fine. And the international media must know we support international media, and you can ask Kennedy Wandera that we have related with them and given them support.
He's my
and
friend.
we can never reach everybody. So, but the conversation must continue. And I also want to argue to frequently bring such discussion on your shows.
And please come.
This is why we can create awareness among some of these things.
You promise to come when we call you?
I have never missed any show.
That's a promise on national television live.
Because that's the